What a great generation, Jeff.
Exactly.
You know, they say these millennials that they're pieces of shit. I don't see it.
But you fundamentally disagree with that.
Yeah, I do. I see hope in them.
What do you think separates the millennials from our generation?
I think they're more dishonest about how racist they are. They've found new ways to tap dance around it. They're the Baryshnikovs of actual racism. They come to the table more Apple compatible for sure. That's always good. I don't think they're worried about Y2K as much as my generation did. Do you want to come up here? Yeah. Okay, no, you can't say. Okay. All right. It's please, everybody, please welcome my coworker, John Eidson. All right. Is it just Eidson?
It's Eidson, actually.
Where's the I?
It's silent.
Yeah.
All right, your last name is Eidson.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your buddy?
Well, he's off in Tahoe for 4th of July, so he's going to be very sad that he wasn't here.
John, whose name I just learned isn't his partner's name, Nick.
You're really selling that I'm a coworker here.
Yeah. We sold a idea to FX called Happy City, which is going to be like it's like a Thomas the Tank Engine kind of thing, but it's like it's friends and they're hanging out.
Yeah, it's a taxi and a helicopter and an ambulance
and another taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hang out. They're millennial vehicles.
I think they're sold on it already. Yeah.
In the big city, Happy City, and it's hard to be in the Happy City, especially when like one of the characters, and I'm not going to spoil it. It's Tyler the taxi. You're not that happy.
Oh shit!
But really, we've been calling it Friends or Seinfeld without arms.
Yeah. When we sold the show, I don't think we realized how hard it was going to be to write for characters that can't pick things up.
You wouldn't believe how many fucking conversations we had. Like that is that's the thing. Like people don't understand. Like tonality in television is like this totally fractal, continuum-based thing. Like there is no like is it gonna be like funny like Chappelle show? Or is it going to be funny like Larry Sanders? It's like no, it's like you there's questions that you don't know that you don't have the answers to until you ask them. Like for instance, on Rick and Morty, the whole big decision we had to make when we were writing the pilot for Rick and Morty, Justin and I, we had to have like a 3-hour conversation, and the end of it all was just saying, look, I don't know how to define the rules of the universe, but we're just going to say, if a kid comes through a portal into his high school cafeteria, it doesn't change his social status within the high school. It's more like he came in on a skateboard. Like he came in through the portal, but he fell down. Like the cute girl that he has a crush on says, "Did you just come through a portal? Like, did you just do that?" But she doesn't mean like, "Is there a God?" Like and are you the Messiah? And does this change everything? It's not even like pulling up in a Ferrari in the 80s. It's like it's just like so you make these decisions. So we had to make the decision that these are cars and helicopters and fire trucks and shit, and everything's alive, but they have to have apartments. And
the apartments also have to have personalities.
Yeah. So yeah. If you come to this show with questions about internal logic, you're purposely fucked.
Yeah, leave your logic at the door.
Yeah, like but
Donnie the door.
Like.
Are other things than humans and vehicles alive? Like
yeah, the whole city is alive. It's kind of
there's people.
Yeah, but we kind of see the people like
flies,
like horses see flies and just kind of brushing them off.
Yeah, so like taxis like take them and dump them off, or like but if your friend's an ambulance and then he's like, hey Tyler, do you want some people? Yeah, I do. That's my job. And then, like, he pulls up and, like, throws some people from the ambulance into the taxi. But then your boss will yell at you about that later because you're not supposed to do that. Like, an ambulance is supposed to take the people to the hospital. You're not supposed to, just because you're a taxi, take people out of an ambulance.
And the hospital also being a character.
Do the cars, let's say it's just two cars hanging out, like the best friends. Do they go out to a restaurant and sit at a car restaurant?
Yes. But it's not a car restaurant. It's just a restaurant.
They're not,
because
they're not drinking motor oil. They're eating pancakes and floating drinks to their faces.
How are they seated? Like, are they seated like
they just pull up to the table. Okay. but then if there's like we had a long time because like if somebody's talking and it's like clear, like if there's a subplot about like, well, I think that person might be gay, but they're not admitting it yet, and then these two people have been talking about it, but this person says something that this car, and the helicopter's like saying something, but then you pan over to the other taxi and they don't have arms, so there's just a knife and fork floating in front of them, but their eyes are going. All right,
which is a universal language.
Yeah, it's like, but they don't have arms, so it's just a knife and fork floating. But they're going. Ew.
So when
somebody's
you say
gay.
Cars have apartments. Is there like a shot of a car just laying in bed, like wondering what he's doing with his life?
If he's sick, if a car is sick, is he in bed? We haven't. I guess so.
I feel like we're gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Because the alternative would be that he's at Jiffy Lube, and it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like once you start Yankovicing it, you're fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
initially we pictured them going into houses or apartments and then going to their rooms, and they have a little garage inside of their room that they go into, which became a little too cute, I think.
Yeah.
So now...
I was saying for a while, well, when they hang out, they should just be at an intersection. Like, yeah. But then it's like, well, how many episodes of this are we going to do? And how much of a 25-year-old's life is about cohabitation and about landlord conflict and about property value? And like, aren't they going to get texts? And like, and for a while I was like, well, maybe they don't get texts. Let's rise above it. And like, but it's like, there's no fucking way. Like, so the cars just have phones that'll just float out in front of them, and then they text each other. And they live in apartments.
If the cars, let's say one of your main characters is a car. And goes to would they go to a rock concert? And if they go to the rock concert, would it all just be cars? Would there be people there too, or just cars?
There would be people, like if you squint or freeze frame, there would be people climbing all over the place. Because like there is a plane of the universe where this show is actually about the people who don't understand why their cars are doing all this. But we had a long time where I was saying, oh, you have to hold it up to both realities, where every episode, if you watch every frame, you like everything makes sense in some weird way that like the way that we're controlled by brain chemicals. So I was like, why did that guy take a hatchet to his family? Well, like because he's schizophrenic, but also had a little bit, just a touch of Asperger's, and then it was Tuesday, and so, but the truth is like
some forensic files.
There's just like it's like how much what is the difference between free will and destiny? And we don't really know. We just feel like we're making these choices. So why wouldn't these cars just feel like they're having these stories where they're like, "Fuck you, buddy," and then they drive away? But in the reality, on the people's side, if you look at it, you can see two tiny people that are like mad at each other as well, and like, but I think we let that go.
Yeah, now it's just cars that go to a rock concert.
Yeah,
probably.
And there's people like just climbing all over the place.
Maybe we'll have the Easter egg of what the people are doing, but ultimately, I think it's kind of that maybe the Team America thing of how do the cars play basketball. Let's figure it out.
And how
we haven't made it
that
yet,
was the big
so that's
thing.
going to be the next
step. So the cars are playing basketball. What is the diameter of the basketball? Who made the basketball? These are like, no, it's just a car. It's proportionate to the car. So like, oh, if a person got out of that car, that'd be a giant basketball. No, it's a basketball for the cars. It's dribbling next to them. They have no arm. Deal with it. And the way we're dealing with it is we're going to have a live action mayor. I think we should put out the call right now. We'd like it to be Michael Shannon, actor Michael Shannon.
If anyone knows him.
And in between scenes, we'd like to just go back to the mayor's office and have fucking freaky Michael Shannon just like intensely ask a lot of the questions that you were about to ask, and then answer them with like, I don't know, being mayor doesn't mean I'm in control, like it doesn't. I don't. Like all I know is that when two friends are jealous of a third friend, like that shit goes down. The stories are held together by emotional. Because also, like, guess what? When you're watching Seinfeld, why does everybody always sit on one side of the table? I mean, because you can't turn your back to the camera. It's just as unnatural as if everyone was cars. there's always a reason why everything's fucking weird, and you have
Maybe
to like.
we're all cars.
Maybe we are all cars. That's what the show will
How
make you
often
ask.
do you wonder where a basketball came from?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Who made this orange? Yeah.
How much thought have you put into that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
I think it's going to be a
So
really
we're
good
still
show.
writing it.
I want to watch the show because also like I want to watch that show and wonder. I want to have a lot of questions about it, and I want to find out that they're not going to be answered, or they're going to be answered very slowly.
Because remember ABC's Cavemen? Like,
yes, I do.
That show could have lasted 100 episodes if it had just accepted that it was fucked up.
It was fucked.
Yeah.
Because I still have the pilot that never aired of Cavemen, which was way more racist. Where the cavemen were really good dancers and had big dicks, and had lots of rhythm and stuff like that. Like they dropped that for the unairing pilot. We all have, okay. Here's what we do: Balboa Theater, July 22nd.
You're gonna have to raise those ticket prices.
We show the unaired pilot of Cavemen. Holy smoke! They asked me to audition for that one, and I declined. Even sadder than that, I know a lot of people that auditioned for Cavemen and didn't get the job.
Well, Nick Kroll did, and he was really. That's how I met Nick Kroll. Is like, I found out he was like the smart caveman in Cavemen. He was like the one with the glasses, and I asked him 500 caveman questions. He answered every single one. It was the first time I'd ever met him, and I was like, that guy's cool, man. He did not like.
Yeah, Cavemen's worth a look. It's worth watching. What was it? 4 episodes? How many did they make?
I think like 4 aired.
Yeah.
They probably made 6. So.
It is fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
What year was this?
I don't know. Wow.
I think someone
Nick
from the
Kroll
cast
here
is
right
here.
now?
2006 sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds like
that sounds about right.
That sounds like the year.
Yeah, it's fucking. I have it at my place. It's. Please come over and watch it with me. It's really good.
All 1,000 people.
You treat yourself. Find the pilot to Mr. Ed. It's one of the funniest goddamn half hours of TV you'll ever see in your life.